The Key to It All with Keylan Moses.
This kid's incredible!
And I put that on my contract. No contest when I dress, full contact. Hey, I want my brothers, we in combat. And we want all the smoke, we want all of that.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Keylan Moses. And on today's episode, I have another special guest with me, Lamar Brown. So, if y'all don't know, this is the number one O lineman, in my opinion, everything in the class of 2026. He's the number one overall player, number one overall tackle. I mean, two-way player in general. So let's talk about your story. So what's good with you? How you doing today?
Nothing much, just cooling, that's all.
Just cooling? So what you had planned today? You wasn't doing nothing?
Nothing, just chilling.
So I'm going to start off by this. Like, how did you get into football? Like, at what stage did you start getting recruited? And honestly, how did that personally affect you as a student athlete?
Oh, so I started getting recruited probably, I think, the end of my 8th grade year.
8th grade year?
Yeah. Well, when Coach Kane was at LSU, I chopped it up with him a little bit. And in the summer, I went camp. And that's when I got my first offer from LSU.
Oh, so you sounded like me on some stuff. So
Yeah.
like, how did that make you feel as an 8th grader? You just barely getting into high school. You wasn't even in high school, but you got an offer already. So, like, did you know what that meant?
I ain't gonna lie. No, I didn't know how much it meant for real until, like, now, honestly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a blessing for real, and I loved that moment. I was happy, I ain't gonna lie.
So, like, knowing you were bigger than everybody else, because I ain't gonna front. I remember being in Little League going against you. I thought you was my age for the longest. So, like, what got you into football? Like, what's your why?
My why is my family, honestly. It did, like, changed my mom's life. My parents, like, both of them really retired them. That's the main goal. And I got a little brother now. He just turned 2, and I won't be like somebody he could look up to when he get older. Like, when he get recruited, because I know for sure I'm gonna have him football. So yeah, so I want him in football. So, like, and if he could, like, be blessed to get the offers and all that,
you just want to set the path for him. You know? I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you kind of sound like dealing with that. You know, like whenever he was with his recruiting process, it was really more of him, like, doing his own thing, but, like, he was really laying it down for us. You know, like, I get what you're saying. You want to lay it down for little Jaden, make sure he don't make the same mistakes as you, but you want to be that inspiration to everybody, you know. So, like, where you from? I know you're not from where I'm from.
Yeah.
So I get where, like, what, Irvinville, something like
I'm
that?
from Irvinville, Louisiana. It's like West Baton Rouge Parish, like, not too far from
like a small town. So I'm saying, like, whenever you from Irvinville, I ain't never heard of Irvinville.
It's small.
So, like, whenever you're from a small town, you probably got kids thinking, oh, I could never make it out.
True.
And all in all, I mean, you got Lamar Brown over here, 5-star, number one player in pretty much everything he do. You know, you giving them away or really just anything, letting them know, like, it's possible. So, like, my next question is, like, why are you so passionate about the game? Like, again, what's your why? But, like, what keeps you going? You know, because I feel like at times it gets repetitive, and some people don't feel like doing it at times. What keeps you going? Why are you so passionate?
I feel like this just really all I got for real. Like, outside of football, I don't really do much, but just train, school, work, that's all. But this is all I got. Just keep me going for real. Yeah, that's just it.
So one thing I noticed about you growing up, you know, in your process, you're not the type to go out and do anything too much or nothing for real. Like, you don't party, you're not like any other average teenager. I mean, so, like, once again, what keeps you so focused and so motivated? Like, what would you tell the audience on, like, you know, how to stay motivated and how to stay so focused?
I'm just keeping the main thing, honestly. I know my goal is get to the NFL, ball out, make my money. Like I said, retire my parents and all that. That's really the main goal, so I just keep all the distractions out of my way.
So what you're saying is, like, once you got one goal in mind, you got to keep working towards it. You can't be complacent or feel like you got it already.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to stay focused on the main goal. You can't get distracted.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain – because, I mean, I'm knowing with you being a 5-star and just number one player and everything, like, how do you stay focused, you know, with all these distractions, like the girls, the money, all that? Like, how do you stay not distracted? Like, what keeps you focused for real? Because, I mean, I know it's hard. Trust me. I know it's hard. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you got something big planned and something big in mind, bigger than what it is right now. So, like, what keeps you motivated?
I look at it as a business. Like it's just strictly business with me.
Ain't nobody gonna play with your money.
Yeah,
Like,
facts. Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm standing on that for sure.
So my thing is like, I don't know, man. It's just different for me. Like, and you kind of, like I said, you sound more like Dylan. Like with his process, he never really went out with anything. He always, I mean, he just stayed focused, and it sounded like y'all just continued to stay hungry and like, you know, continue to just do what y'all did. But one of my other questions was, hold on. Ooh, this is another one. What challenges did you face personally so far in your recruitment process? Like, what's the hardest thing?
Talking to different coaches.
Yeah.
'Cause, like the coaching staff, they'll change any day. That the people, like they tell you, everybody tell you, like, keep your circle small.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people try to come.
How you handle that?
I feel like I handled it well. I ain't gonna lie. And my mom, she keep me on track with all that. So, and I know that the people that wasn't there before just started, I know who they are.
They trying to look for a meal ticket.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So, like, how do you balance being a student and an athlete? I mean, I know you don't go out or nothing, but, like, how do you really maintain, like I said, your focus?
It's hard, like, especially with school. Like, you know, coming after practice, you don't want to do
Yeah, I ain't going front.
So, like,
I don't be doing nothing. I be going straight to sleep. I ain't going front because them practices be killing me, especially in the summer, though. Like, them summer practices, boy.
Yeah, so, like, it's hard, but at some point, you know, you got a reason why you have to do this. It's just like school, the main reason for everything. So, like, you got to get that done before anything. That's for, like, I want to, like, the little kids and all that too. The school, the main part to get what success in anything. Yeah.
So obviously me and you have been recruited at a young age, and obviously we took it upon ourselves to grow, and I mean that's human nature. You have to grow. So one of my questions for you is, personally, how did you mentally grow, getting all the attention you've been getting for so long? Like, you know, getting recruited at such a young age. How did you use that to be where you are right now?
I feel like I'm doing good with it. At first, like when it all first started, like my freshman year, I didn't really know how to handle it for real. So I just like talk to people about it, and they said some good things to me. Yeah, so like I took that as an advantage and just using that now. So I'm just using people that's older than me and like who've been through the stuff I'm been through right now or going through right now. So
one thing I said, what's one thing you took from somebody to like maintain your focus once again and just, you know, make sure you're doing the right thing?
People always tell me, like I said, it's a business decision, like strictly business. So like I'm looking at it myself like this is the only way out. So yeah, this is my main goal.
Only way out. What you mean by that? Like,
coming from small town, like nobody know, like not too many people know, like no one come from there really. Yeah. But like a person named like she a singer, she passed away, like Jackie Neal. She came from my hometown. But yeah, I won't be known. So like make a name for myself and then make a name for my next generation of people come from me.
What advice would you give to anybody younger than you trying to be like you from Irwinville?
Just keep pushing, keep striving. I know it's hard, especially coming from that place. If you know, you know. Like, yeah, I know it's hard. Just keep striving. Yeah, that's all.
So I ain't even gonna get into all this, but I see you came in here with an Oregon shirt on. You know, repping the O. They the number one team in the nation. You know, the playoff bracket just dropped. Yeah. But one question for me, to you is, what do you think would be the most difficult part in making your final decision on where you want to go to school? Because I ain't gonna front. One of the most difficult parts to my recruiting process in general was seeing who real and who fake. Because honestly, like with the recruiting process, you don't know what's real. You know, you got coaches in the SEC that change jobs like they change their jobs. That's just what it is. I remember, I mean, now that I'm signed, I could practically say anything. But back when I was a freshman, I loved Texas A&M. I really did. I mean, I loved everything about it. The coaching staff, where it was, and one of the coaches there, Tyler Santucci, he was there one day, and he was gone the next. Like, he invited me to the junior day and all. As soon as I got there, he was just gone. And it kind of played with my feelings a little bit, because now it's like, well, dang, like, I expected you to be there, and you were really the only reason I was there. So, like, what's some advice you would give to, you know, recruits looking to make a final decision?
I
know you, you know, getting closer and closer to it. You only a junior. I mean, senior year probably going to be pretty big for you. So what's something you would give, you know, to anybody in your position?
Take your time. Don't listen to the outsiders. Don't commit on emotions, because I almost did that one time.
Trust me, I ain't going for. I know how it is. Trust me, I already know.
Don't commit on your emotions of like whatever game you go to or anything. Just take your time. Enjoy the process. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just enjoying everything.
That's one thing I say, man. Like, honestly, if I could go back to it, I probably wouldn't have committed as early as I did. Because once again, I think I committed. I don't know. I feel like I didn't explore as much as I needed to, and that's why. That's what I told man. Like, bro, if you ever need help with going places, like, I'll send you anything you need. Like, I want you to explore and really know where you need to be going. Cause like, I didn't explore nowhere outside of the South. I mean, you seen my top 5. Like, it was Texas A&M, Oregon, Florida. Yeah. Like, it was nothing but the South. I didn't go to no USC. I didn't go to. I went to Oregon like once, but like seeing the outside stuff and really seeing life outside of what it is and what Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or down south is much more than what it really is. Like, it really. I was just talking about this to somebody else. Like, life is really beautiful outside of what you're living in, and going to explore and really taking time with your process. Like, if I did that, I ain't gonna say it, but I don't know where I'd be right now. But I know I really enjoy. One thing I give to somebody is really enjoy the process. I don't think I did to my full capability, but like, one thing I say for sure is take your time. Yeah. That's one thing I tell you. Have fun. I mean, you got more than me. You a 5-star right now. You're the number 1 player in 2026. I mean, like, everybody gonna be feeding after you. Yeah. One thing I tell you is go where your heart is. Go where your heart lies.
Stuff.
Don't be bought. Don't get bought, because they will try and buy you like you just anybody. But know that the money is probably not guaranteed. I mean, money. I mean, it's only an object, but like, where you are and where you're gonna be and where you want to make a statement, make a name for yourself, that lasts forever. That's why obviously I chose LSU. Yeah. I'm a hometown kid. Don't let me go crazy next year. Like, I promise you, like, it's gonna be crazy. And I'm telling you, mark my words. Like, when I go crazy, like, it's gonna be wild. Yeah. But that's one thing I tell everybody. Like, really just take time with your process. Stay faithful if you're not having nothing right now. Like, one thing I say is, if you don't have anything right now, stay patient, because God always has a plan for you no matter what.
Facts.
Even with your decision, stay patient. God gonna have a plan for you no matter what. Because there was times, like you said, I almost committed off straight up emotion. And you can't do that, because you might feel one way and feel another day the next day. Somebody always told me, like, when you make decisions off emotions, like, it most likely ain't the best decision for you. And that's why you got to pray and keep God in mind, and ultimately just pray to him. That's one thing I do. So that's taking me to my next question. What's something that you do to maintain, once again, like, everything you got going on?
Keeping God first. That's the main thing. And just my school, get that done. And see what next year where I go.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's a huge choice for you, and I mean, I know you got plenty of options. But one thing, you know, from brother to brother, I just want to see you where you would perform best.
For sure.
I mean, LSU always in the run for it, but I mean, like, I ain't never gonna tell you where to go. I mean, ultimately, that's your decision. But I just want to see you where you gonna be the best person you gonna be.
Facts.
I mean, one thing about me, I got into this game because of my older brother. He inspired me. But one thing I learned is that this game teaches you how to be a man more than anything. True. It teaches you how to be disciplined. It teaches you how to work with other people. True. It teaches you how to a lot of things. And I mean, that's why I'm so passionate about it, because it teaches you how to be a man. True. And ultimately, in this world, if you ain't taught right, it's gonna chew you up and spit you out like you ain't nothing, especially as a man. Yeah. So that's one thing I'll tell you, is take your time and have fun, because once it gets serious, it gets serious.
I'm already knowing.
So trust me, in the next couple of months, I'm finna be wishing I was back in high school. But kind of closing, what advice would you give to athletes who are struggling with mental toll of recruiting, especially if they haven't received many offers? I'm going to answer this question too, so go ahead. I want you to go first.
Keep grinding. I know for sure somebody will probably watching you. If you, especially, you know what you're doing good on the field, off the field, and everything. Because everybody process different. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say I'm blessed for my process. Because a lot of people process not like mine. So if you don't have any O's right now, just keep grinding. That's all. It's gonna come for sure. Yeah, that's all.
You know, for any young viewer that's watching, I just want to let y'all know, like, man, whatever you do is always on God's timing, no matter what it is. You may not get it in 8th grade like we did. Yeah. Honestly, once again, in the last episode, like I said in the last episode, I never expected to get to where I am right now. I never expected to be as big as I am right now. But ultimately, it was in God's plan. You know, at first I never had confidence. I never believed in myself. I was a little chubby, little something. I mean, you see me. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't too much of nothing. I was really a nobody. I was living in my brother's shadow. I mean, Dylan Moses' little brother. Boy, when I tell you that pissed me off the most, being known as Dylan Moses' little brother. Yeah. And one thing I always wanted for myself was to make a name for myself, and I brought that up, and I just made that my plan. You know, I wanted to make a name for myself, and once I started getting good, I started getting bigger than everybody, and I started working more, and I started to get a lot more, attention. I started realizing, like, dang, I could go somewhere with this. Like, man, like, I didn't realize how big I was until I got the Bama offer. I ain't going front. When I got Bama, I was like, whoa, what? Like, y'all messing with me like that? I didn't even know I was like that for real. But going back to what I was saying, man, like, keep God in your favor. One thing I didn't do is I was younger. I didn't pray as much as I do now. I wasn't as knowledgeable of His word as I am now. But that's helped me with the struggles I have been going through. And, God is always on your side, no matter where it is. But, like Lamar said, everybody's process is different. And you got to go through a lot of things and sacrifice a lot of things to really, if this is what you want to do, then you're going to have to give to get what you want. Yeah. So, like, them long nights you want to go out and party, them times you want to go out with your friends, you got to sacrifice all that stuff. You got to lose a lot of people to gain a lot.
Especially that summer.
Exactly. Like, in the summer, you want to go out, you want to have fun, go to the beach, Seaside, Pensacola Beach, do whatever you want to do. Yeah. But ultimately, you gotta have that dog mentality. And that's something I'm just now realizing, like, I ain't gonna front. If I had what you had right now, like, I would probably be in your position too. Like, I feel like I missed on a lot, being in the way of myself. Oh, so that give me another question. Have you ever really gone anything, mentally to, like, doubt yourself in a way? Like, what have you done to, once again, maintain your mindset? Because I know there's times where you doubt yourself or you feel like you're not good enough. So, like, was there any moment in time where you felt like, dang, this is kind of hard. Do I really want to do this for real?
I'll tell you what, my freshman year. Like, once I got that LSU offer, I realized you have a target on your back. Yeah. So, like, everybody want to step on you. So, like, you got to play. It don't matter who you play against, how the competition is. You got to step on everything that's in front of you. And how do I handle it mentally? Just asking questions from different people. Because, like, I'm the first one to do it out of my family. Like, nobody else. So I can't really ask my family. So, like, then I asked, like, coaches that I knew from, like, that who coached me youth ball. My high school coaches right now, I ask them questions about anything. So, like, that's all I really do.
So, I mean, with you being a big name, you said having an LSU offer at the time put a huge target on your back. So going to these camps and stuff and, making a name for yourself when everybody know who you is, how do you take, there's always going to be somebody trying to make a name off you. Facts. So how do you maintain that and, handle that, knowing that everybody, either trying to do you over or, like, make a name off themselves? How do you keep your composure? How do you stay professional?
Do it the right way, like, put it in.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if you look at this dude film, like, you would think, like, there was times he was playing dirty, but no, he just played to the whistle. He's playing the right way. And it ain't no flag, because, I mean, what? You the one who signed up for football. You the one who put the helmet and shoulder pads on. So, you won't get to it, so how you keep your composure with that?
I know, like you said.
See what they trying to do now.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, it's not me. It ain't me.
I see it.
It ain't me.
Yeah, but I know, like, when I'm playing game football, like in games right now, I know a lot of people, they'll want to take their best shot on me.
Yeah.
So, like, they'll talk, see how I act. But, like, I'm not going to talk smack. I'm just, you know.
You already know it's good.
You got to see me.
But, you know, what's your goals for next season? Going into next season, what's on your mind?
Oh, I got to leave.
Because I ain't going to front. I'll tell you what was on my mind my senior season. Blood in the water. Yeah. I was ready. I mean, next year you're going to be a senior. You know, what's some goals in mind you have, you know, to really do big, you know, really just end it out with a bang?
I need to state, that's all. And then I know for sure when we come back in January, I'm going to try my best to lead the team and all that, because I know you was a big vocal to our team. So, like, I know I'm going to have to step up big time. So, yeah.
Matter of fact, let's talk about that. Hold on, I'm going to let you finish, but go ahead.
Yeah, like, I had a talk with some players in my class. We finna be seniors, like I think last week. And, like, we're just talking about, like, we got to take over because, like, we need to leave with a state championship. We've been at this since middle school, so, like, we got to leave with something. But other than that, I don't really put myself goals with my team because I put my team first for sure.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so like, the main goal is state and playing as best as I can be. Yeah, that's all.
So how you feel about you know, recently we got our season taken away, and you know, let's just talk about that. You know, how you feel about that?
Till this day it still hurt. Like, I see all these teams going to state and all that, and I
make a grown man want to cry.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them though. But it's like people know the real, like, it hurted. I ain't gonna. Till this day it still hurt. I still talk about it. Yeah. Me and my mom and all that, and yeah, it did hurt. Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, like, with me being a senior, it's totally different. Not to knock you and your feelings, not to invalidate you, but you know, with me being a senior, you know, my senior class, you know, it hurt. It really did. It really did hurt because I mean, ultimately, you know, this is our last season to really prove it all, and you know, we've been together since what, like elementary. Like, when I tell you I grew up with them boys, like, that's family. It ain't even football no more. Like, every time we break, I make sure to break it off with brotherhood because that's really what it is. Yeah. So passing the torch to you, I want you to, you know, make it a brotherhood. You know, like you said, y'all been together since what, middle school. So this season gonna mean something to y'all. So ultimately, I want to say just, you know, finish business. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be times where, you know, you don't feel like doing it. But my advice to you is keep going. You know, I mean, I know there's gonna be times where you feel like not doing stuff. Facts. Or, you know, this weight too heavy. I'm not gonna do my actual weight. But you got to think about it. You going somewhere in the year and a half. So, like, that was my whole mindset, my whole senior season. You know, I can't slack off because ultimately I got bigger places to go. True. Ultimately, I mean, I know high school was high school ball. You know, I'm going to have to worry about what it is right now. But, you know, I'm working towards something in the future. I'm working towards something even bigger. So not putting myself first, you know, my first mindset, but just keep going. I mean, like I said, I know there's going to be times where you don't feel like doing it, but you got something bigger, you know, in mind, in place. So, like, you got to work for it now because, I mean, time's ticking. It ain't going to wait for nobody. It ain't going to, like, when I tell you this season passed by pretty fast, like, we was just in, what, June, now we in December, you know. But going back to what I was saying, it did hurt. I mean, if you watching this, everybody know what it is. It was made out for us to win the past 3 years, and I'll stand on that. We were supposed to go 4 for 4. But, you know, things happen. And one thing I'll say to any and everybody watching, you know, you control what you can control because ultimately, you know, you only have so much control over anything. You know, it's all in God's hands. So whatever God wants for you, it's going to be. But, you know, that's wrapping up our show. I don't got too many more questions to answer or ask. But, you know, I'm glad everybody's watching and, you know, tuning in. And I'm glad you came to join me today. I knew I wasn't going to take much of your time. But thank you for you guys tuning in. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Go Tigers.
Hey, they don't really know you in my city. I'ma have to silence all the critics. Been doing it since a young and I'm committed. Running up the numbers, check the analytics. Hey, but just don't catch me in the red zone. Hey, cause I'ma put it in the end zone. Hey, put me in, I'm the cheat code. Hey, coach, put me in, I'm on beast mode. Hey.